used to grow up and I wanted to be like you.
Okay, that makes sense.
And now I don't.
What you mean you don't want to be like me? Who you want to be like?
You're an awesome dad. You give me everything I want, but you don't know how to treat women. You're the only one in this family that their girlfriend don't appreciate them. You never wanted to hold your girlfriend's hand or walk with her or take her on a date. You always act like you're the head of the relationship. Moo know how to treat people. He took his girlfriend to Mexico just because. Moo know how to treat his girlfriend. Aries know how to treat his girlfriend. George know how. But you don't. You're the only person in this family that don't know how to treat a girl.
I don't know, because I'm not sweet? Because I'm not sweet, you don't want to be like? You don't want to...
That's the whole point of getting a girlfriend. Cause if my mama, she was always rude to you, you wouldn't even want to be with her, would you? Would you?
No.
Exactly. So why do you think she would want to be with you if you was nice? Explain. Now you just want to sit there looking dumb. Because people are always trying to not hurt your feelings and tell you everything that's not what you really are.
Hey, my beautiful cousins. Hey, my handsome cousins.
You see, when the Zeta Grays first came to Earth, they needed the Earth's resources because their planet and their district was dying. But there were already people in these cities in Chicago and New York City, Florida, Los Angeles, and San Francisco, Houston, Texas. All these places were already inhabited by Black Tartarians. And so the alien war that happened is they came here and incinerated the whole entire Earth, and especially America, which was Greater Tartaria. They had to take control of the capital of Atlantis. And we are a people that's suffering from amnesia because we've all been flashed by the men in black. And the flash is you go into the school systems and being indoctrinated by a false history. So essentially, all the history that's been given to us by the clone races and the pilgrims is a history that never happened. Everything they told us was a complete lie. And so when you see these ships and these UFOs come out the sky in the future, you got to understand that this is an invasion of an occupation that already had happened in the past. You know, at this point, I'm not sure if the Pilgrims and the Zeta Grays are actually in cahoots with trying to keep this secret from us, and they just kind of play like they want to be part of us and they want us to unite now and all this, that, there. But it seems like they're just trying to keep the secret of what actually happened and how they're actually aliens that came and took and inhabited our lands. You know, these Zeta Grays and these clones, they haven't been here for a long time. We just think they have because they indoctrinated us with a false history. And we have just been recently, the whole entire Earth has been recently invaded.
What's a coincidence that you think about a lot? I'll go first.
Me next. I think a lot about how the Black Panther Party created meals for kids, made sure people had protection, safe communities, and yet they were branded as a terrorist organization by the United States government. What a coincidence.
Hey, what's up, y'all? We back with another one today, and we'll be talking about the goddess Tiamat. Tiamat is the ancient mother dragon. She predates the Anunnaki and the Egyptians. This was the first god or goddess we ever worshipped on Earth. Tiamat is the all, and the all is within us. She existed when the sky didn't have a name, and the earth wasn't formed. It was just the waters. The water was the first element that ever existed on the planet. Tiamat is Anu's great-grandmother. Before we was walking on land, we was in the water, and we had our own kingdom set up. We worshiped the Great Mother, and the Great Mother, She had a lot of baby dragons underwater as well. If you guys realize it, Earth is called Mother Nature and not Father Nature. That's because the female gene was here first. This happened through parthenogenesis. They were so fertile that they didn't need a male to reproduce. And then the semen would then evolve. Even when a female is pregnant, you are in the waters before you walk on land. You was a semen. It was dragons and mermaids in the water. And then one day, we had visitors from outside of this galaxy. It was the Anunnaki, or the ones who came down to Earth. They landed their ship right over our water, hovering over us. They would then come down beneath the waters and see that we had a whole kingdom set up, and we was worshiping the Great Mother. They tried to put us under this new religion and make us pay homage to them and praise them. The Anunnaki and the dragons would then go to war with each other. The Anunnaki had slayed most of the dragons, but Tiamat stepped up and she said, "Enough is enough. Who wants to fight me?" She was the biggest and the baddest, and all the Anunnaki was scared of her. And then Marduk, which is Enki's son, he stepped up and said, "I'll fight the dragon." So all the Anunnaki, they praised him. Anu would then give Marduk weapons to defeat the dragon. And then Anu would then send Marduk on his destiny to go slay the dragon. Marduk went looking for Tiamat. Marduk would then find her, throwing a net around her, trapping her. Tiamat would then open up her mouth, getting ready to kill Marduk. But Marduk released the wind, and this wind closed her mouth shut, and then he jumped on top of her and slayed her. Marduk would then cut her belly open, piercing her heart. Her kids were scattered, and her body was used to form this new earth. A lot of people forgot about Tiamat because all her temples was underwater, and there's not that much history on her, but this is her sigil. Even in your Bible teachings, the angel Michael slayed the dragon. Yes, dragons are documented in the Bible. Now, a lot of people would say Tiamat was crazy, but she was just protecting her land and her baby dragons. Now, even though some of us think the reptiles are evil, we have reptile DNA not even knowing it. This whole story is pretty much a mystery. You have to have the keys of knowledge. We all start life as a snake, and we must ascend up through the ladder. We start life as a snake, manifesting our Kundalini energy. When you build up enough energy, you will get your angel wings and become a dragon again. They always made the dragon seem evil though, even on your medical staff. This is teachings from a Draco starseed. A lot of these people say they Pleiadians and Lyrians and Syrians and all these different starseeds, but most of y'all are Draco starseeds not even knowing it. We have to go back before the Egyptian mysteries, before the Anunnaki, before Greece. We always had beautiful civilizations, and I just want you guys to use this video for enlightenment. Peace.
man, dog turned down a $22 million deal, right? How many times he get shot? The white folks said he got shot 22 times. Huh? I'm finna put a stain on your brain, folks. You hear me? Hey, look, the white folks say he got shot 22 times. He turned $22 million deal down. Hey, Corona come about and they let everybody have guns and wear masks. Hey, man, the government ready to kill off the black community, man. Hey, and I love it. Hey, I don't like nothing white but a white beater and a white t-shirt, man. You hear me? Tell them, folks. Y'all better pay attention to what white folk telling y'all, because look, I'm going to tell y'all right here, man. Hey, what I'm telling y'all is so exclusive and it's real talk, man. The government don't give a fuck about us. You hear me? I ain't the average
It's
white.
something to think about.
I'm not the average white guy.
No, you're not,
You
bro.
hear me? Hey, man, I'm from the bottom. You hear me? I ain't never had shit. And still ain't got shit today. But I'm finna get it, Jack. You hear me? I ain't gonna stop unless a lot call me home. You hear me? 100 round. What we gonna do? Y'all better check out that pumpkin. Keep it on white folks. Don't you take it off.
Everybody loves Memphis, bro.
We're in a time where gangster rappers trying to act spiritual. I don't like the deception, it's about to get lyrical. I mean, these niggas knew their messages were subliminal. But look around, everyone we looked up to are the real criminals. I'm talking about everybody, especially if it's political. I mean, look at the system we're living through. Why do you think it's so hypocritical? It's because they don't want us to be individuals, but when we are, that's when they call us untraditional. This is why they want to steal our thoughts and make it digital, because we are one, the true aboriginals. God's chosen, this is why our identity was stolen. And his stories were created by the Romans. I can tell you now, ain't no slave ship came across emotions. But somehow we believed it, and now they're controlling our emotions. We must take our power back and seal everything that has been broken in order for a new book of life to be opened.
Incident happened a year ago. This is a video that I put together. Okay, here we go. This is the CBS Miami YouTube channel where the video is currently at. That's 1 year old. It is right here. 3 arrested after Bayside Marketplace chaos. 1 year ago, 4.8K views. So let's continue on, and we're going to watch the video and listen to what the man says and watch the ticker tape at the bottom of the video. Again, you can't make this stuff up. This is really happening, and I confirm something that you're going to see in this video. If you don't see it, I'll point it out to you. This video is indeed 1 year old. This is so weird. Check this out.
Now to a developing story out of Biscayne Bay, a chaotic scene near Bayside Marketplace after dozens of police cars flooded the area.
Yeah, police say it all started after a group of teenagers became unruly. According to investigators, some were fighting and others were setting off fireworks, which then led people to believe they heard gunshots, and that just caused panic. Officers quickly responded to the scene. 3 people are now in custody.
Okay, that was the video. Again.
And just to give you an idea how significant spinning is, spinning is the ultimate technique to open every single chakra. By spinning, you can enter trances. You can enter spiritual... guys, you have to do this. This is something we have forgot about doing. If you want to open your chakras, if you want to become psychic, if you want to use your third eye, which is connected to your thymus gland, and your thymus gland is connected to your vestibular system. So if you want to use your third eye, if you want to be more psychic, if you want to use your brain, you have to spin. Spinning is one of the best exercises to train your brain to rewire itself, to become more structured, to be more synchronized, and it just helps all the connections there. Okay? Like I said, your vestibular system is the communication center of the body. When this is at a high activity, all the chemical reactions in the body is more expedited. Everything is working smoothly, more faster, more efficient. This chakra is powered by movement. You need to stay active, you need to move, you need to stimulate your vestibular system. And the only thing that stimulates it is spinning, flipping, turning upside down, swinging, all types of movements. Don't become an adult. Don't become stagnant. Instead, remain infinite. Be the child of divinity that you are. Be the child of God that you are. Keep moving and keep being divine. Okay? Now, guys, of course, this is something that we have to work gradually with. You got to slowly, gradually get your body used to this movement, because we have gone years without actually stimulating our vestibular system. So as you begin to spin, you may notice nausea, you may notice discomfort and dizziness, but all this is temporary. And if you can just get past this, cause it only takes about a few days. If you do it every day, it will probably just take a week. But if you can just get past this, you will make it to the other side where the grass is greener. When you spin, it will start to rejuvenate you. You will start to feel energy. It will boost your mood. It will translate into a more active life. You will have more energy to move. Your coordination will be better. And guys, you just gotta see it for yourself. You need to learn by experience, and you need to experiment and begin to spin. Start slowly, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, and so forth. This is like one of the best exercises you can do after jumping. Jumping is one of the best exercises, but after that, spin.
That we both have two fathers, and so that's why we look at the world in two different ways. And we know that there's a massive collision that's going to take place between two forces, don't we? Well, that's what your book says. Our book says that we're going to take over the world. Well, I look at you doing a pretty good job right now. Yes, you've done a pretty good job, but you know there's quite an awakening coming. And my father, who's not your father, my father Yahweh, who isn't your father, of course your father is talked about by my father in John 8:44, stating that your father was Satan and that you're the descendant of Cain, who was the first murderer. And you know that's true because you teach it in your synagogue. Well, that's true, but it's not for you Goyim to know. But right now it's too late. It's over for you white race. So that's why I'm speaking so honestly here, to bring it out into the open so that you can see it for what it is. You've been teaching the people real good, but they don't wake up, do they? You don't get a lot of followers, do they? Because you know why? They're scared of us Jews, because they don't want to be called anti-Semites, and they believe that we're the chosen people, and so that's why we can do whatever we want to do, and we can get away with it, because the white men are cowards, and we go to the synagogue all the time and have some Manischewitz and dance the Hava Nagila. You know, it's interesting. I've told people for years and years, it's not that you Jews are hiding anything. You're coming right out on television, in the newspapers, on the radio, and you're telling the people exactly what you're going to do before you do it, and they're like they're brain dead. Well, we did a good job with the public school system. We got you to put all of your children in there. You notice that the Jew doesn't put his children in there. They go to the Hebrew Academy, where we teach them the real things, and then they go to the synagogue and they learn the real important things. But we send your kids to the public school. We even have you tax yourself from your property so that you never own your property. And so if you don't make your property tax, we're going to take your property. You can bet on that. And we have you put your kid in a 12-year babysitting is about all it does, because you don't learn anything. And then by that time, the kids, they get to be teenagers, and then we give them the music. Not that we really want to call it music, because, oy vey, that's not music. But they listen to that, and then they want to do what they want to do, and so we sell them drugs, and we make a lot of money off your children. Your children from cradle to grave. All we do.
So let me get this straight. 2 soldiers from a foreign country came onto American soil on an American college, infiltrated a protest, an American protest, and released chemical weaponry on the students of this American college. And the mainstream media is not talking about it?
Everyone must get involved to correct some of the things that are really wrong, and there are things that are wrong, you'd admit it. I do, because I see the truth, I hear some of my own material on television, and they won't let me do it, but still another guy can go on the show and do it. It's really funny, And then they get the young black comics, and they twist their minds, and they talk about watermelon and rolling their eyes. It's just young Stephen Fetchits and Mantan Morelands repeat, that's all. But I won't go that direction. I turned down 2 major roles in a Broadway show this year, 2 important roles. in a Broadway show, one role in a movie. It would have made a difference in me, but I just couldn't accept the part that they offered me, you know. It was really going back to before Civil War days, you know, and shuffle and this here and that there. I talk bad enough already. I don't need to put it on film, you know. Not for money, you know. It's one of those things.
It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Fuck 'em. Fuck birds of.
Somebody made a video a while ago about how snow is different. It isn't falling in like snowflakes. Yeah, and for the most part it isn't. I can't honestly have ever seen stick snow before. Not that I'm a real snow aficionado, but I've never seen that.
Purpose precedes pregnancy, which means your mama had to meet your daddy, even if your daddy didn't stay around to meet you. I'm ready to preach now. You ain't got to say nothing to me. I feel my swag now, which means I know you think your heart got broke by somebody who promised you that they were going to be with you forever, but God needed the DNA from that fool to match with the DNA from you to produce somebody with purpose, and your investment was 30 years worth of tears. Because let me tell you something, and I want you to forgive my language, but people make love all day, but they never make life. How do you expect to explain people who are married, who try to have children and can't, and people who met yesterday? Because God needed that man and that woman to meet to produce that daughter and that son, and you don't get to tell God about the trauma that it caused you, because God said if you would trust me like you should have, then what you went through wouldn't have hurt like it did. But because you got in that mess without being in me, now you feel, oh God. My mama had to meet my daddy. Now, he had a choice. He didn't make the one that I would have wanted him to make, but his choice didn't have nothing to do with God's choice. He needed Kato and Gwen to produce Keon so that Keon could bring you together and tell you, you better get up and find your purpose.
This story just might break the internet. There has been tons of speculation about Jay-Z's secret kids across the country. Yeah. Well, today, a new one has surfaced that looks more like Jay-Z than any of the others. I did it all the way. A viral video recently surfaced of Jay-Z's alleged other secret son. It's that boy, young thing, yes, sir, I did it all the way. And you people be talking all you know I don't play. Welcome to On Point Stories. Share this video across your social media and your favorite reaction channels. It's time for the algorithm to stop playing.
In case you didn't know, it's flooding in San Diego right now. Check this out.
So now we're here on University Avenue. What's across the street over there? We're just east of Aragon.
You guys gonna listen? Yeah. Good.
His mama slapped the black off of him for not listening. You guys gonna listen?
Yeah.
Good.